Hey everyone, my name is Riley and this video is a complete tutorial on how you can create a landing page on ConvertKit. So right here, I am on the ConvertKit dashboard, and to actually go ahead and start creating this landing page, we want to go up to Grow right at the top and then click on Landing Pages and Forms right here. So we can click into this, and then in this section, all we now need to do is click on Create New, and we can go through and create the landing page. So click on the landing page option, and right here, it's going to show us all of the different templates that we can get access to inside of ConvertKit. So over here on the left-hand side, we can filter the category. So if we are creating a newsletter, we can fill that in right there. If we are collecting emails for our podcast, we can try that out right there as well. And let's actually go for this. So let's go for a podcast. Once you have found a template that you like the look of, I'm going to go for this one right here. We just want to click on choose, and then we are going to be taken over to the ConvertKit editor. So this is the landing page editor right here, and it's actually a lot easier than it looks at first glance, because the ConvertKit editor is what we call a drag and drop editor. So what this means is that all we have to do to edit the entire page is just click where we want to edit, and then we can make all of the changes that we want to make. So with my podcast, this is of course going to be called the GeForce North podcast. So I just click into this title section, and I'm going to call this GeForce North. Perfect. If you want to change the color of the text, then we can see when we click on the text, it's going to open on this right-hand side. So we can just go to the font color, and let's say I want to change this to blue. We just select that right there, and there we go. We have the font color changed. We can also change the font weight, whether we want this bold or normal, and then we can do this for the rest of the text. So let's now go through and change this to how I want it to be changed. So I'm going to say the best software podcast on the internet, just like that. And then let's change this right here as well. Okay, so that is how we can change the text, and it's pretty straightforward, right? We just click in, we can edit the color, and we can edit everything else that we need to add. Let me just change this back to black real quick, and that looks a lot better. Then you will also have images on your landing page. So to change the images, we simply just click on the image, and then once again on this main control panel on the right-hand side, this is where we can go in and edit the image. So we would just click on replace, then we can choose the file. And I'm going to go ahead and upload my logo. So I can drop my logo in. That's now going to be added. And this image now looks awesome. Then we have some more text down here. I'm not going to go into any more detail about this. The button right here at the bottom, we can just click into the button and then change this to say whatever we want it to say. So right now it says, hurry, send me the first episode, but I'm just going to say subscribe now. And then we also have these two boxes right here. So we have the first name box and the email box. So we can click in, and we have the custom field options on this right-hand side. We can then choose what this field is. So we are collecting the first name. Then we can change what this actually says. So I can change this from your first name to just first name. And if we want to delete this, we can do it right here. We can also choose whether this is required. So if we turn this on, somebody will not be able to leave this blank and then still click through. They literally need to enter this. So I do like to have these required. And then down here, we can change the background color of these boxes. We can change the font color and the border color as well. What we can also do is if you want to flip them around, you see how the first name is on top and the email address is underneath. I can drag on these three dots or these three lines right here and flip them around. So I can put one on top of the other, just like that. So that is how we can edit these individual elements on the landing page. But what we can also do is go to general styles right here. And then we can change like the colors, the background, and all of that good stuff. So the first thing that we can do is change the heading font. So we just go here, and then we can change this to whatever we want to change it to. We can then change the body font. So this is going to be things like this and this right here. We can also go ahead and change that to whatever we want to change this to. And then we have the option to either add a background image here or change the color. So let's say, for example, on this side, I want to add a background image, and I will just add this thumbnail just to show you we can add images in. You can see that's right there. And then to actually get the image, you can see right now it's kind of like faded and we can still see the red. So we would just turn this up and that image is going to take up the whole background. Alternatively, you can choose the color for this. So if I just wanted to set this to black, I can do that right there. Or set this to any other color that I want to set this to. We can also do the same for this side. So right now we can see this is white. But if I wanted to set this to red, then I can do so right here using this section at the bottom. So that's how we can go ahead and edit and customize the page. Now, once you have the page set up and customized in the way that you want to customize it, we can go up here and click on save. But before we publish this, we want to go into the settings. So click into settings and we have a few things that we need to set up. So the first thing is when somebody subscribes to the page. So when they go through here, enter in their name, email address, and click subscribe. What message do we want to show them? So by default, it says success. Now check your email to confirm your subscription. But I'm going to say success. Thanks for subscribing to the podcast. Just like that. Or alternatively, instead of sending them a success message, which is just going to show on the screen, we can also redirect them to an external page. So if you have like a website or a YouTube channel that you want to send people to when they click subscribe, you can enter the URL in right here, and that's going to take them directly over to that page. But I'm just going to leave the success message. Next, we can go down to the domain name. So if you have a custom domain connected up to your ConvertKit account, you can just select the domain right here, add the page URL, and that's how you can add a custom domain. Then we can go down to incentive, and by default, as soon as somebody subscribes, it's going to send them an incentive email. So we can click into edit email contents to see what this is going to say. And essentially, as soon as somebody subscribes, they will be sent an email that says, thanks for signing up. Click the link below to confirm your subscription and you'll be on your way. So you can go in and you can edit this. You can basically say in this email what you want it to say. Or alternatively, we can just go ahead and turn this off. And then they don't have to confirm themselves. I personally turn this off because if you have this on, even when people opt in, it kind of gives them some more friction. They have to then go to their email, confirm again, and it can really lower the amount of subscribers that you have. So I prefer not to send this. Then we can go to advanced. I would honestly just leave all of these right here. You can turn on an invisible recapture. This is basically going to stop you from getting as many bots subscribed, but that's not really a big issue, especially if you are a small brand. Then SEO and analytics, we want to add a title and a description. So in here, I would just call this like GeForce North Podcast. Then I can add a description to help people easier be able to find me online. So once again, I will just call this GeForce North Podcast, but we would type some more things out here. And then the image, so this is important as well. If I open up a new tab, you see this image right here. Well, we can add one for our own website using this section. So we just click change image, add a logo, and perfect. We now have the backend settings set up. From here, we want to save again. Then we can publish this website. And then what we can do is we can preview the website to see how this is going to look. If you're happy with this, let's go exit. And now if we click on the publish button, we will be given the link to our website. And this is what we can share with people. We can share around online and promote. And when people go to this link right here, they will be taken over to your landing page where they can enter in their information, enter in their email address. And then if we click on subscribe now, it says success. Thanks for subscribing to the podcast. Now let's double check that this worked by going over to our email list. So let's check the subscribers. And then you can see the email address that I just entered right there has now been added to our subscriber list. So this is all now working. So that is my complete ConvertKit landing page tutorial. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.